As a facilitator, coach, or healer, your intuition is likely dialed in when you're guiding your clients. But when it comes to making decisions to grow your own business, then you start second guessing yourself, feel disconnected from your flow, and possibly even holding your best work back. You might be thinking you're just doing something wrong. But what if this friction is actually written into your soul blueprint? When you take action on your mission, these challenges show up by design as source code agreements for your soul's growth. But if you don't know how to navigate them, they muddy your energetic field and just stall your progress. In a recent Q&A, I helped a practitioner who was going through this exact thing. She was highly intuitive in all other areas of her life, but when it came to her healing business, old programming kept showing up. She felt unclear on the right decisions to make and the exact steps to take. I see this all the time. So let's break down the root cause on how you can shift this so you can finally open up your intuition for your own growth. Your intuition is not a muscle or a thing. What it is, it's a flow. It's an energy of you, an energy of the source you coming in to this blueprint. And when the blueprint is unresolved, then it acts more also as an agitation. And the more you disallow the expression of yourself, the less capacity that floodgate of you can come through. In other words, your intuition, your power, your ability to transmute, the less of it can come through, because you're basically, through the conditioning and the fragmentation of your blueprint, deciding in an unconscious sense, again, by divine design, that you cannot express yourself, be who you are, it's not safe, etc., etc. And a lot of these experiences in life have really ingrained that in you. We can be intuitive, but that intuitive information that we receive or share might be based or rooted in things like fear or things like where we are in this moment at this time. For example, psychic predictions that are like, be aware of this and that, is coming from a place that is in fear of being safe, right? In fear of situations, of life being such an influencer in your field and that you're at the mercy of that, rather than the fact that you are actually a conscious creator of the experience and you own and you have that power. So where you are at also dictates where you will channel from. And this is something I learned with adjusting vibration after vibration and adjusting each layer after each layer with regards to frequency work. And I did spend a lot of time also really hyper-focused on adjusting my vibration. And I'll tell you a little bit about that because it did lead me to realizing that as I worked on myself, as I also adjusted my vibrational field, so did even the intuitive aspects that came through change, because I was channeling from a place with less muddiness, with less resistance, with more flow, with less of the ego. And so the stuff that was coming through was also on a different frequency wavelength. And just like when I was getting much more into channeling and really exploring different density states, certain density states were unreachable to me a few years ago. Now it's a lot easier to actually access that, but it's because my consciousness has also grown and changed and shifted to be able to actually be a match for those frequencies, or at least more easily get there. And you would say, well, if our all-encompassing soul is supposed to already be in that realm, then hey, why can't we enter there now or commune with the fullness of our intuition now? And I would say, great question. In order to answer this question, we have to fully understand how the soul blueprint works and how when you transmute these old patterns for good, we can truly access our full intuitive clarity, especially for our soul-led business. So if that's something that you'd like to know more about, then click on this video above. However, if this has sparked your curiosity or this is resonating with you so far, and you're a coach, facilitator, or a soul-led leader, you know you're ready for your next level of impact, but you're still being held back by old patterns or blocks, then I have an invitation for you, because the most expansive work you can do demands the most expansive version of you, and the tools that got you here won't get you to your next level. I'm hosting a live 3-day immersion where, for the first time, you can experience the power of trance quantum energy work for yourself. I will also share more channeled insights on how the soul blueprint is holding you back from your next level of impact. This is for the spiritual entrepreneur who is ready to stop wasting time figuring it out on their own. Your mission is too important to wait. The link is in the description down below for you to register, and I'll see you there. Until next time, bye.